Hello YouTube, I have another battle replay for you today, and boy is it a fun one. I've been having a lot of fun experimenting with the versatility of the greenskins. Greenskins are very versatile, especially before the WoD. They used to be a faction where you didn't really know what they were going to bring. Are they going to go skirmish, mobility heavy? Are they going to go infantry heavy? You could even bring in some monsters, things like that. Go for kind of a rush build. But we haven't seen too much cav or mobility in the greenskin since that WoG update, and I haven't really tried out a lot of the Orc Boy big guns or the pig cavalry in general, so I've been having a lot of fun trying these out in different matchups. So I'm against the Wood Elves here, and I have brought a very heavy mobility force. Usually I find when I play the Wood Elves, they bring a lot of the Wild Riders and Sisters of Kronos, very skirmishy and cav heavy build, so I figured why not counter that with my anti-large giant pigs and a bunch of skirmishers of my own. So I brought that. The plan is just to kind of rush things, catch all their wild riders when they do charge and just kind of stamp them out. 22-20 for melee attack and defense isn't great, but with Wurzag you can really buff those up pretty constantly. But my opponent didn't bring a bunch of Wild Riders. No, he brought a bunch of Spears, which when I first saw this, I thought, oh man, I'm in trouble. Spears are a pretty good counter to these pigs who don't have a lot of melee defense to begin with. 27 melee attack versus 20 melee defense and anti-large. So that is a scary force indeed. He also has a Waystalker here, which took a bunch of damage from these Wolf Riders, but you can see I'm also taking a fair amount of damage from these Deepwood Scouts. He's got Glade Guard with Hagbane Tips, Rangers, and some more Glade Guard. He's got a Glade Lord, which is a pretty good hero. Be able to snipe out Wurzag pretty good. Some Deepwood Scouts on the side here, and then he does have some Sisters of the Thorn. I think that's what I meant to say, not Sisters of Corona. Sisters of the Thorn is usually what they often bring. Great skirmishers that can also do pretty well in melee combat, and they have an ability or two. Shield Thorns and Curse of that person. So let's get this thing under the way. So yeah, we're taking some skirmishing fire. Not doing too great. We did do a fair amount of damage to the Waystalker, but this Goblin Wolf Rider group took a bit of damage. I mean, they're only worth 350 gold, so no big loss there. We did manage to do some damage to these Deepwood Scouts, so we didn't take out any models. We're going to be coming in on the side here with a group of these boars, because these guys are pretty out of position. He doesn't really have any cav of his own to defend here. So I'm just going to dive in. You can see these skirmishers are going against the sisters there. They'll do okay, not great, because she's in the trees and she's a much better unit. You can see this glorious charge right here. The pigs coming on in. Yeah, and they're just going to get wrecked on that side of things. I definitely don't want to take a head-on engagement with these braced spears, so while I say that, it looks like these guys are going to charge in. But generally, I'm going to try to keep it from doing that. You can see that charge much less effective. I'm going to have to pull out of there pretty fast. And you can see we're trading some shots with the Glade Lord and not the Glade Lord, the Waystalker, bringing in my Goblin Big Boss. If I could take that out really early, that'd be great. I am moving these boars away now, but you can see how much damage they took just in that short time from these spears. Now that these guys aren't braced properly, I'm going to charge in here. And that's going to be the name of the game, is trying to cycle charge with these big, slow pig units, which are very slow, so it makes it a little difficult. But the nice thing is that they really don't have a mobility advantage in any kind of way, so we are left the doors wide open for us to just kind of move around wherever we want, which is nice. Tried to use some big boy big guns to chase off these guys, but I realized that that's just not going to happen with the speed that they have. You can see we got into these archers over here, which is pretty sweet. One thing we do have going for us is this Doom Diver Catapult. It's just firing over the hill because it does get that nice arc, and I left the Orc Boar Biggins over there in case the Glade Lord decides to go shut that down. You can see, just get some skirmishing fire into the backs of these spears. Oh, those are actually the Winterheart Guards. Good stuff over there, and he is bringing in the spears to protect his Glade Guard, but they did get routed, so mission accomplished on our end. I need to pull these guys out. But we do have Here We Go on them, so 66 melee attack. They're going to be able to dish out some damage, but they're going to take a lot of damage if they stay in there. See another charge coming in over here on these Deepwood Scouts. And I'm going to start just trying to ping-pong these lines around a little bit, so I should pull those guys out pretty quickly and then bring this group in. See, there we go. So now they're chasing this group. They're not braced at all. And we're gonna run right in there, try to get rid of these Deepwood Scouts, do some damage to the spears, and then when we run away on that side, we're gonna charge in on this side. So just gonna keep ping-pong in there. We really need to bring that HP of the spears down if we want to win with all these pig boys. So charging in here on the Glade Guard, they're not going to do too well. I did pop Wog here because why not? We're doing a fair amount of charging, taking some damage in there. We're charging into the Wildwood Rangers here. Oh, they have a weird symbol, two-handed sword. Anyway, charging into these guys. You see the Doom Divers are crashing in there against a more high target priority. Although he doesn't have too much that's high target. Maybe I should have been firing at this, but I'm not sure if they're in range or not. These guys have just been trading shots, and that's okay with me because Goblin Wolf Riders are not worth anything. So I prefer that they waste their arrows on those guys instead of my Boy Big Guns. You can see we're still just charging and pulling out. A lot of cycle charging going on. We've taken care of their archers for the most part. You can see I set these Goblin Wolf Riders in to finish off the Glade Guard. And you can see that his Glade Lord is starting to get a little dangerous over here. He is going to take out this, that's the big, damn man, the pig people. Pig people are coming in here. They're coming in with the Eternal Guard, so they're kind of going to catch my my pig people there. They're going to have a not good time. Huge foot of Gork here. Just wrecked. 3 units of infantry pretty much, and I only had the Goblin Big Boss there, so he took almost no damage, if any at all. That's a huge win right there, so good job on Wurzag. You can see that the pig boys have worked down this Glade Lord quite a bit. Every time Wurzag casts a spell, he is getting that Bonewood Staff proc, which raises the melee attack of these pigs, and he's going to call it quits there. All his units have run away except for that one unbreakable one. So that was a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying using the pig boys. I got a few more matchups where I use them against different factions, and on their own they're not very effective. 22 melee attack and 20 melee defense is pretty garbage on a elite heavy cav. But the thing is no one expects you to bring them, and so you can get away with it a lot of the time. I find just because they have high mass, they do have anti-large. Armor piercing attacks. I don't know if I would use them on mass like this if I had any other general than Wurzag, because Wurzag can get that melee attack, up to something respectable, which really lets them bring in some value. But I think with Wurzag's buffs and just the fact that no one expects you to bring a build like this really lets you have some fun and surprise your opponent. And my opponent did actually bring a pretty good build to counter this with all the spears, but we were able to kind of break their braces and get them running around and cycle charge them in that foot of Gork. MVP right there, 85 kills on Wurzag. That really just, a game that was pretty close, just really swung into my favor just with that one spell. So Wing Leader 425. That's a name I feel where you'd want a lot of Wild Riders to come in, kind of like an X-Wing squad. But good job on you. It was close for sure. And I hope we run into each other in the ladder again. All right, take care, guys.